All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Give him 30 yards there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On first down, it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 49 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Back 22! Back 22!
To throw on second is Watson. And pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson now to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll go with Foreman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 26. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go, here we go. Hank.
Bortles now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
After the interception, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Green 80. Omaha. Here we go. Lucy.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
They go play action here on 1st down. That will complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Green 80.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now Bortles. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
So right. Set. Green 80. Green is set.
Again, it's Bortles. And he finds Julius Thomas. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle.
Here we go.
Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Bortles. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
So right.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And Lambo will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Again, it's Miller. Oh, he pulls over it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we... First and 10, Watson. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Hey, green the line, green the line.
On 1st down, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. A very solid gain of 27. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It'll buy some time right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to loft one. Deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A gain of 39 that time.
Let's go, let's go. Here we go, here we go.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, pull down, pull down. Switch, switch, switch. Spread left, spread left, spread left. 11, 11. Move.
From midfield, here's Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Bortles now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. Green 80, green 80.
On 1st down, Bortles. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he's eating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Lucy, Lucy.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Brandon Dunn breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Let's go, let's go. 11, 11. 72, 72, 72.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he spins through. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Down. Green, the line. Green, the line. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
On second down, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Tillman Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Bortles now on 1st down. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to go up top. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dante Moncrief. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there, he's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Move. Lucy.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try to run forward with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
380. 380. 11B.
On second down, here's Bortles. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Hey. Move.
Bortles now on third and goal. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Reset.
He'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate, the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. Spread right. Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Green 80. Lucy.
Now Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Let's go. Lucy.
Fournette on the counter. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Bortles to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Move. Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Green 80.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to them.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he's going to go down again. Miles Jack in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson off play action. Going deep for Hopkins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Lucy.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 37. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 43 yards on the ground. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line.
All go.
A handoff to Fournette. And a solid run down inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
372. 11.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' 1st down. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Bortles gives to Yeldon on the draw. He's to the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Lambo on for the extra point. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. A good pickup there, a 22. back now in Jacksonville. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Green 80.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Watch 39, Lucy. Green 80. Green 80.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
What a decent little game. Puts him in a pretty good spot for second down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. On the toss, here's Foreman. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Let's go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And they will take a knee here. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve.